The social media age has brought with it countless benefits, but also the problem of misinformation and disinformation. In the last few years, it has been used as an effective weapon to polarize communities and upset democratic processes. There is mounting global pressure on governments and social media intermediaries to regulate and curb false information, but concerns about violation of free speech, civil liberties, and individual freedom remain. In this episode of So Basically, we will talk about how government action on disinformation can erode the fabric of our democracy. To understand the intricacies of the issue, it's important to be clear about the meaning of terms like disinformation, misinformation, and fake news. Fake news is information that's fabricated with the intent of causing harm. The term is often incorrectly interchanged with misinformation and disinformation. Disinformation is false information intended to cause harm, but often in immaterial ways through deliberate misuse of context, fabrication of content, or the misconstruction of existing information. Disinformation goes beyond just news media and thus is a complex problem. In contrast to disinformation, misinformation is not created with the intent to cause harm. An innocent forward on WhatsApp without fact-checking the information, for instance, is an act of spreading misinformation. India does not have a specific law to deal with this, but we still have existing legal provisions under the Indian Penal Code 1860 which can be invoked. Section 505 penalizes the making, publishing, or circulating any statement, rumor, or report which may cause fear or alarm to the public. The Information Technology Act 2000, Section 66D, penalizes cheating by personating by means of any communication device. The recent IT rules make it mandatory for messaging-related social media intermediaries such as WhatsApp, Signal, Telegram, etc. to enable identification of the first originator of the information. This would give the government blanket power to access private information on these social media platforms. While the government's intention might be to identify sources of fake information and disinformation, it will inevitably lead to a violation of civil liberties and privacy. Thus, the solution here cannot be to leave this up to the government. Action against misinformation, disinformation, and fake news has to come from markets and civil society. In India, initiatives like Webkoof, BoomLive, AltNews, etc. are all trying to fight disinformation and fake news and make the internet a safer place. For instance, in September 2020, when posts claimed that economist Amartya Sen had said India's economy would be hit by the ban on PUBG, the quote went viral after being posted by a website called Bharat News. When BoomLive fact-checked this post, it proved that Bharat News had been peddling misinformation and that this was not the first time. Social media intermediaries like Facebook, Twitter, etc. themselves are taking initiatives to curb fake news. For instance, in an attempt to curb the spread of misinformation, Twitter in 2020 started warning its users when they tried to like a tweet that had been labeled for including potential misleading information. Twitter had also flagged 200 of Donald Trump's posts as misleading around the US presidential elections last year. As per a report by Twitter, the warning prompts on labeled tweets led to a decrease in quote retweets by 29%. On the other hand, as members of civil society, it becomes our responsibility to A. educate ourselves about the disinformation, misinformation menace, B. have a genuine curiosity to verify the information we come across before we believe it or spread it around. Digital literacy is a basic necessity in the 21st century, and awareness about the dangers of disinformation as well as the importance of fact-checking is the foundation of such learning. Promoting responsible use of technology and judicial consumption of information is necessary since even the smartest of us often fall prey to widespread disinformation. Unlike other policy solutions for curbing fake news, digital and media literacy is a preventive measure, making it sustainable in the long run. So basically, government action and regulation in the space of news will inevitably lead to the curtailment of civil liberties and individual freedom. And doing so is a step back from a freer society. Instead, citizens should be educated and social media intermediaries incentivized to curb the spread of dis and misinformation and fake news. For more information, please visit spontaneousorder.in, and as always, like, share, and subscribe.